was planning on doing a video talking about like some money mistakes that guys make in their 30s for you to avoid, but I kind of just want to hang out and talk to you. It's been just a lot lately, and a lot of stuff is going on, and I just wanted to kind of give you like a little bit of an update. I haven't done like a house tour video yet because, quite frankly, we're still waiting on a bunch of crap. And I don't want to do like a half-ass house tour. I want it to be like finished and perfect so that when you see it, like you're like, damn, Alpha, it's perfect, even though you probably wouldn't know that anything is missing. I would. And this is literally going to be the last house tour I ever do. And so I don't want it to be like half-ass, but I do want to show you something real quick. Powder rooms. I'm a big powder room guy. You want to see my powder room? This is so cool. All right, so check this out. All right, so this is my powder room. All right, look at this funky wallpaper. This is what I see when I sit on the toilet. How badass and cool is that, right? Black and white tile. I got this cool cast like limestone sink, brass faucet, cool mirror, brass, right? Gold tile. What do you think? It's pretty sick, isn't it? As far as the powder room goes, it's not a bad place to drop a deuce. Anyway, a few other things I just want to show you real quick. Some of the new artwork I got. I'm a huge like church iconology type guy. This is something that's new. I absolutely love it. This is old stuff that I had in my old house. I'm a huge like I said, I'm really into like iconology and religious paraphernalia, even though I am not a religious individual. I want to show you some cool stuff. Let's see. Oh, did I show you the donkey yet? Did I show you the donkey, or did I show you Rusty? All right. Little sitting area. I love it. I actually use this chair right here a lot and just kind of hang out and chill because you got the pool out here. You got the front door right there. It's just a nice little like sitting area. That donkey is my favorite thing. And here's another one that I love. The sheep right here as you enter into the bedroom. His name is Rusty. Hey Tracy. What's your favorite part of the house? We've been here about 2 months now. What do you think?
Like the pool, I guess. The pool and the hot tub.
The pool and the hot tub's your favorite part?
Hot tub time.
That's it?
Hot tub time.
Do you love the house?
I do. I love the house. Wonderful. What's not to love?
Exactly. Are you glad we did it and spent the money? Say it. Say it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Maybe. She loves it. So my favorite part of the house is actually like this area here. It's a big long room. On one side you've got the kitchen, you've got a kitchen table, you've got the island, and then over here you've got the living room, right? Very peaceful. You've got that limestone that I've talked about a gazillion times, and then outside you have the amazing screen porch. This patio is also one of like my favorite things about this house. It just turned out really, really well. We've got this nice big table, some cool chairs, and then a little sitting area, got a fireplace, got a TV, big limestone fireplace, and then as you've seen, it opens up outside. That opens up to the pool area, and it's just absolute perfection. So we've been in the house now 2 months, and I love it more and more every day. And yes, it was expensive. Yes, it was over budget. Yes, it was crazy, wildly stressful. But now that it's all over, I'm just really just enjoying it. And that really, to me, was the point of spending this money and doing something like this. And I've just loved it. I've loved every single aspect of this new place. And so when you get to build your dream house, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. But there's some things that I'm not enjoying. Or I should say, this was a hard year. And I guess that is kind of like, where I'm at right now. I am sort of just thinking a little bit about kind of like the year in hindsight. We're about to hit 2025. I'm starting to think and plan about next year. And some things are a little bit stressful for me. You know, Pete and Pedro, the business is solid, but it's hard. Everything with business and e-commerce is harder. This was a very, very, very hard year for e-commerce. And especially like for paid advertising, paid traffic, Amazon, like it's been a really hard year. And with hard years comes less profit. And so that's just like part of it, right? If you are an entrepreneur, if you're in business, you're gonna have ups and downs. But unfortunately, you know, I did a video recently talking about how six-pack abs like ruined my life. Well, making a lot of profit and growing really fast in a business also can ruin your perception of what is normal. And so like last year and the year before, Pete and Pedro was like a rocket ship, right? We were like hockey stick up and to the right, and everything was great. Profit was up, everything was amazing. And this year was harder. Even though like technically we're up in terms of our sales are up about 10%, profitability is down. And the reason for that, there are a lot of reasons, right? Cost of goods has gone up. We've had to basically change labs for a lot of the products that we manufacture. That has increased costs. Shipping costs have gone up. Not to mention advertising costs have just astronomically gone up. Not to mention more competition. And so all of these factors has led to a less profitable business. And when you're in business, when you're an entrepreneur, you know, that's kind of like how you gauge success, right? Or if you're being successful, is things are working or you're growing. And if you're not growing, then you're going backwards, and that feels like failure, even though sometimes what I've come to realize is just staying in place is actually a big win, and not basically going like super backwards is actually a thing. But that being said, I realized that I need to push myself more. And I realized that I have been holding my brand back because I am so focused on that bottom line, that profit, when I really probably should have a better balance of not only profitability, but also spending for growth. And so being aware that I am, or I have been, I feel like holding us back a little bit, I want to take some more shots. I want to take some more chances. I have been playing a little bit of defense as opposed to offense, and this is not a place of strength when it comes to business. And this is something that I'm ultra aware of for myself. We also are going to be trimming back our product line because we, for a while, got into that mindset of, oh, in order to grow, we just need to add a bunch of products, and when we add a bunch of products, more people will buy more products, when the reality it's the 80-20 rule, right? It's 80% of your profit is coming from 20% of the products. And like I've mentioned a bunch of times, when you have a lot of extra products or a lot of different inventory, you've got to keep more inventory, which means more dollar bills sitting on the shelf. And those dollar bills that are sitting on the shelf, you're not going to be able to use them in order to grow or be successful or innovate or take shots or chances if the money's sitting on the shelf until it sells. You've got to sell through before you can use that money again. And so we've been doing a good job of basically eliminating a lot of the products that really weren't moving the needle for us. But moving forward, I am excited about some of the things that we are going to be trying, some of the things we are going to be testing. Some other things that I'm focused on. 2 years. I want to sell my business, Tiege Hanley, in 2 years. That is one of the goals that we set out when we started that company from the beginning, was we want to sell this someday. It wasn't a lifestyle brand like Pete and Pedro is. It's definitely, we are building it to sell. We are building it to grow. And it's taken longer than I'd like it to, but sometimes, once again, you don't know what you don't know. When we started that company, you know, we were kind of ignorant. We were ignorant to a lot of the things that were happening at the time. It was when Dollar Shave Club was like super big, and they sold to Unilever for like $1 billion. And all these companies were acquiring all of these businesses, even if the businesses weren't profitable, right? It was just about top line growth, which now, in today's climate, today's economy, those days are gone. You need to be profitable in terms of a business in order for somebody to be actually interested in buying you. You also need to be growing as opposed to receding, and you need diversification in terms of channels, right? Whether or not it's retail or, you know, Amazon or your .com business, you need diversification. And so over the course of the past like 7 years or 8 years that Tiege Hanley's been in business, we've done a lot of things right, but we've also done a lot of things wrong. And at this point, we've got 2 more years kind of like in us that we feel like we can really like turn the knob and turn up the profitability and get it in a position to where it's attractive enough for a big company to come and acquire us. That is the goal for that business and that company. And this past week, my business partner Kelly came into town. We went out to dinner. He stayed at the new crib. He absolutely loved it, and it was good. It was good to connect. It was good to sit down. Some other things that are just a little bit like, ugh, is, you know, health. Mine is okay that I know of, but, you know, some people around me, you know, I'm finding out are sick or having issues or, you know, have cancer or whatever. And, you know, it's really, once again, one of those things that it puts things in crystal clear perspective of what really is important. And, you know, without your health, nothing else matters. You know, family, another thing that is incredibly, you know, important. And nurturing that and cultivating those relationships and not letting too much time go before you talk to them or connect with them, I feel is very, very important. It's also been a little bit hard for me because my dad has moved. He moved away and he left the country. He now has dual citizenship in Italy, which was a goal and a dream of his, which is great. And he's loving it. He's having a good time, but I haven't seen him for a year, which kind of sucks. And for me, I don't like to travel, and I don't take like long vacations. And one of the reasons is A, I don't like to travel, and B, I have a lot going on, and it's very difficult for me to kind of take like a week off in order to go and do something. But eventually, I'll get over there. But you know, some other things, just you know, trying to think of what's next a little bit. I am very comfortable right now in terms of just like life. My relationship with my wife is really good. You know, relationships are hard, and you know, once again, you know, stress and struggle for, you know, me doing this has you know, just caused like some arguments and fights, you know, with my wife, that now that this is over and done, I feel like I'm finally like not crazy because I feel like I was crazy for a little while. This house project, I didn't realize how much anxiety and stress I was under doing this. You know, when I started, I just thought it was going to be fun, but it was really, really, really stressful for me. And the main reason is because there were a lot of problems, and every time there was a big problem with this, it was like, oh, the solution is an extra $100,000. And so this house was very expensive. I had budgeted $5 million to do the house, and it was much more expensive than that. And so trying to find an extra, you know, few million dollars in order to basically complete everything, especially when I do everything cash and I pay for everything cash, it was a big stressor. Even though I wasn't like every day waking up like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like in the back of your head, you know? And you know, it's stressful. But I can say this, and this is one of the things that I've said to my wife, because she is very conservative. I'm conservative for the most part, but when it came to like this house and doing things like the salon and our old house and you know, some other assets that I own, I'm a little bit more, I don't know, I'm willing to risk a little bit more because I am comfortable with risk. I'm also comfortable in doing hard things. She is somebody that is very, very comfortable. And so when the conversation started like, hey, we're gonna be doing this, and then as it was going on, she's like, I can't believe you're spending, you know, this much money on this thing. And finally, kind of, I think now that it's over and we also have some money in the bank again because we sold our old house, and businesses are still, you know, doing well. So that's the other thing. I am still making, you know, money in my businesses. It's one of those things where when I think about how can I spend money that I've earned through hard work and, you know, making some good decisions and a lot of bad decisions, if I can use this money to maximize the enjoyment I'm gonna get out of it, what would I do with it? Would I buy a car? Would I put it in the bank? Would I invest it? What would I do with it? And my answer has always been, why not build a house that you love, you live in every single day? And for me, like, I couldn't use that money to get any more joy and happiness than I am right now. Now, don't like, oh, like you could give it away and all that. I get that, I get that, I get that. And that's something else that I'm not gonna talk about that because that would probably be humble bragging if I told you about that stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I know I am definitely aware that you have to give back and do so whenever I can. And I've actually set up an endowment for my local high school here for kids that are in need. And so I did that a few years ago, and every year I contribute to it. And it's amazing just being able to make an impact and help people that you know, just need a little bit of help. And so anyway, this was all over the place. This vlog was all over the place. But I just wanted to kind of talk. I don't know, I've just been a little bit, I've just felt like I needed to talk a little bit today. And not necessarily give you tips on anything. I don't know if you got any value from this whatsoever, but it feels good just to be able to kind of just chat sometimes with you. This channel is kind of my refuge, I feel, and a place where I can come and just kind of let my guard down and just talk. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for being around. And as I start to think about kind of like the end of the year and we're coming up on Thanksgiving and the holidays, I oftentimes do just kind of sit back and reflect on the things that, you know, the past year, you know, what I did right, what I did wrong, but also the things that I'm very, very thankful for and I feel fortunate to have in my life. And part of the most fortunate thing that I have is you and the fact that you're my friend. And so with that, I just want to wrap things up and tell you thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you from the bottom of my heart of being my friend and being here just to hang out. And if there is a business topic that you would like me to talk about in general or specifically, down below, let me know. I would love to know what type of content or business advice you would like for me to do more of moving forward into next year. What type of videos are going to benefit you the most? Is it business advice? Is it tips and things that I've learned through operating all of my businesses over the years? Is it more stuff like this where I just kind of talk and tell you a little bit about what's going on with me? I want to know. So down below, guys, let me know, what type of content would you find most valuable? Things on starting a business, things on running a business, things about Amazon, like what is it? What business tips or advice would you like? Or would you like me just to give you more perspective on things like I've kind of been doing a little bit lately in terms of just finance, money, mistakes, my life, things like that. If you enjoy that, guys, down below, let me know. Yo, Alpha, we kind of dig the kind of real, honest, and open conversations that you have, because for me, I love these, but I know that they're probably not as helpful as if it's something business related, because my goal with this channel is to help you build your personal empire. Guys, thanks for rocking. Thanks for rolling. I'll see you next week. Bye.